Hi Divine Rebels, it's Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings, coming to you here on the first day of Sun moving into Gemini, Gemini season, Mercury moved into Gemini, the moon changed signs all at once, and it is feeling trippy, y'all. This feels more crazy than like the Scorpio full moon. Look at outside, look at all this wind. Can you see it? Oh, it doesn't look as much on screen as it is. It's been windy and like crazy. The sirens have been going off. I'm like, is this Mercury retrograde? What's going on? Yeah, I've not been feeling it so far at all. Baby Magick was upset and just unsettled all day. All that earth energy, you know, left for her and brought in air, Mercury and sun. And I was just like, what is going on? She just couldn't feel comfortable, you know, very upset. And she's a baby, you know, so, but at the same time, you're just like, okay, like this is kind of extreme. This is how many hours? So I still have a couple readings to finish out tonight. I was gonna go live and I didn't go live, and then I was watching another live and things happened and it was crazy, and mama's tired with this Gemini energy. So we did a smudge, you know, checked in with the ancestors, got some candles going. It's Tuesday, mama tanto. Yeah, and I got some cupcakes, so maybe that will make us feel. Oh shoot, I wasn't gonna put the company on there, but there we are, I guess. Okay, yeah, so we got these cupcakes. You know, I told you my ancestors work with giving credits. And so I forgot I had like this Grubhub credit that I needed to use, and so I went and got some little cupcakes, and they're not really little, kind of. They're bigger on the pictures, and sometimes they're bigger than this. I think it depends on who's working on them, but they're juicy. So as you can see, this is the business and pleasure reading for this week, and we'll go ahead and, you know, do that. I try to do this weekly. I have another reading about the doors coming up, and that one's partially done, but it's a lot of energy. It's very much more kind of like journeying kind of through the cards kind of energy. And then there's also like love, career, general thrown in. So it's like, I love the vibe of it, but it just hasn't been uploading, and I think it just needs a lot of pauses. It's like, okay, do one of the card picks and then like take a rest kind of thing. And I was just really fighting that, probably because of the pressure of like Gemini season that wants to go after the Taurus season was all chill. So yeah, I'm tired today. Like, I want to communicate, but I'm tired of talking, you know what I mean? Like, I want there to be the truth, but I don't want all the drama from the people who don't want to hear the truth. Like, though, you know, it's like the two sides of Gemini. And Pisces, when it's around Gemini energy, gets caught up, because I think Gemini energy makes us feel like, yeah, just, you know, whereas we'd be reserved, like if Pisces is around Scorpio energy, then we play things more close to the pocket, you know, we're more chill, which was Scorpio full moon vibe, and we just watch and observe. But when Pisces is around Gemini energy, it's like, well, you know, like somehow it, like Gemini gets you talking, right? And then later you're like, shit, like Hagrid. Shouldn't have said that. Not because it's wrong, but just because the energy is chaos around here in the external world. So that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like a Pisces trying to, like, you know, all up in the air, trying to come down for the subconscious and like touch down in a truthful way without craziness blowing around. I just feel exhausted. I might take another bath, like, I don't know. So that's my vibe. How are y'all feeling about Gemini season? And, you know, not to bring down your season, Geminis, I know y'all gonna be hype as fuck with your Gemini season, but you know, let's just keep everybody in check with the bullshit talking, okay? Yes, so all you throw in bad comments because I dare talk about racism and spiritual bypassing and real shit that's happening in the world that spiritual people should be addressing, and the free reading you're getting to fix your life, like just don't be on my channel, because obviously it's not for you. All right, so we don't need need to talk more and more and more. Like literally Gemini season, people talking too much in the comments that I am blocking, so y'all don't have to deal with it. Right? If it's BS, if it's nice, come on in. Now we got book club that's gonna be, yes, I'm doing a long intro. We have book club, which I'm mad excited about, y'all. So that's good to do during Gemini season, right? Gemini rules like, you know, learning and well, like elementary through like all the grade school and stuff, and then Sag rules college. So reading and writing are things that Gemini energy really connects with. So I'm very excited. The book that we settled on is Jambalaya. It's in the living room. I don't have it right here. But yeah, so we're gonna have that to get into. So Sunday we'll do a live. I don't know exactly which time. I'll try to do it a little bit like in the afternoon or early evening, maybe. That will be enough to kind of catch everybody's different schedules. I'm not sure, but we're worldwide. So yeah, and we'll just talk in that. You don't have to have your book by that time. We'll just do that as kind of our first meeting, see all who's doing it, where everyone's at on getting their books, and just all that kind of stuff. And it'll be real good, I think, because that's a book I've read parts of it, but I've never read it through. So I'm really excited to like read it through with y'all. All right, so now let's get into this business and pleasure, right? Becoming a staple on this reading. So we have these cupcakes. The fruit was a little dry when it came. I was like, it's not as juicy as the picture. But it's okay. Okay, we have a strawberry shortcake, and I'm gonna like mukbang this for y'all. So on your reading, I'll take a bite so you can see the inside, because they all have filling. So that's number one, strawberry shortcake, very summery. Now normally, y'all, I'm a chocoholic. Like I'm the kind of person, you bring out 3 fruit pies, but I didn't have dessert because where was the chocolate? Do you have a chocolate cake or something? I'm like, I'm missing already. Like my foodie part misses Taurus season so much already. And that's probably why air signs are actually usually more interested in fruity stuff. And look, as soon as the air sign comes, I just betray the Taurus in my chart, sweet tooth. What's going on? So yeah, there's not that much chocolate in this one, fruity, but this place, they have very good like other little concoctions like this that they make up. So it's worth trying, especially on a Groupon, or not a Groupon, Grubhub coupon. A Grub-on. Hey. Number 2, some people are like, come on now, use the timestamps. Then we have Keylime. So this one is supposed to be like a custard pie filling, and the cake is supposed to be lime, taste like lime. This one I think is a vanilla cake with strawberry on the inside. I'm gonna put out our incense while these cupcakes are open, because it's like right here. Okay, and then we have number 3. We have, this is banana split. So it's banana cupcake, and it has, I can't remember what it has inside, chocolate ganache and stuff, and a cherry on top. Number 4 is creme brulee with the filling inside, and a blackberry. I love blackberries, y'all. They are so good. I love currants, which aren't as popular here as they are in Europe. Like red currants, black currants, they're so good. Okay, yeah, so go ahead and pick. This is my goodbye. My goodbye to Taurus season. I miss you. Okay, I lied. I need a Taurus in my life, like hardcore, that just lives with me to help bring the energy solid in life itself. Oh my gosh. Shout out to you, Taurus. I'm sorry for all the times I roasted you during Taurus season. I apologize. No, I do though. For real. I feel it. Okay, so go ahead and pick your option. Now, I don't know where my little trident is, because I think you've probably seen that baby Magic likes to take off with it sometimes. So it's somewhere in the half of my workroom that's not yet sorted. But 1, 2, 3, 4, or strawberry, key lime, banana split, creme brulee. All right, hey, so we're gonna put some of these back. Remember which ones they went into. And look, they're gonna leave little smudges because, ooh, that's a little sticker right there. Everything shows up on this top here. So I'll just do the readings like over here a little bit. I'll put that, I'll just leave it like that. Okay, so let's see what we got. For number 1, we'll start out. The decks will be down below, by the way. Number 1 for business, let's see what we got. We have the King of Swords reversed. Look, y'all, don't be talking either. This quiet time. It's quiet time. Don't get caught up in this air season's BSery. Don't do it. It's time to be quiet. Trust what I'm telling you here. So you got the King of Swords and you got trust for your oracle. So it can also be that you don't have to do too much when it comes to like legalities, proving your point, proving your truth and all that kind of stuff. Just trust that the truth's gonna come out and things are gonna like go your way, smooth over, or that somebody else is already in line, you know, lined up by your ancestors or your spirit guides, could definitely be, or your own friends who are gonna have your back on the situation. So you might feel like your back's really up against the wall, you know, and it's kind of frustrating to have to deal with ongoing things. So trust kind of your network to carry you and have your back. It can also be that some of you are having a difficult time when it comes to networking, when it comes to resumes, when it comes to really putting yourself out there in some kind of way. And again, it's the same kind of energy where it's like, you know, if you've done 100 resumes, like kind of we get into that feeling of like, no, I have to do more, I have to keep moving so I don't feel like I'm wasting time, because then the universe is going to tell me no, right? Like that's how I was feeling today. It's just like, oh no, like I'm sick of these barriers, I'm sick of always having these internet problems, no. And I was just like punching against that energy and just trying to make it happen. And when all the while the message is like, no, sit and meditate, don't worry about it, don't work today, chill, trust, like we got this on many different levels, we got it handled. And so at a certain point, if we're overly manifesting, if we're overly trying to make it happen, if we're overly networking and working, we're actually sending out the big vibe, I don't trust that I am safe, I don't trust that this is going to happen for me, right? And so we're actually like counter manifesting a bigger, you know, fear-based, root chakra-based level, solar plexus, right, insecurity, that we're not going to get what we really want when it comes to our business and finances. It could be a good time to check your statements, your financial statements. Make sure you are recording all of your spending, not in a way to stretch yourself out, but actually kind of this is getting money back. So in a way that would be like tax returns, or, you know, make sure to have your own back and kind of like take care of the behind the scenes things instead of worrying about putting everything externally at this time. Trust things are okay. Now, when it comes to the pleasure part, the cupcaking part, we have the High Priestess reversed. I think she's come up quite a bit in these readings, hasn't she? Like that. Let me see if I can. This one's not so greasy. That one's sticky. This one's just smudgy because the way this top is. Okay. So we have the High Priestess reversed and fear of commitment. Oh, child. Yes. So yeah, way too much in the head and in the spiritual in a way with this option. So it can feel like, yeah, you know how you just know too much better? Do you ever feel like that? Like all the people who have like some Capricorn in their chart, or a lot of Scorpio or something growing up, like you just know too much better than to get like take risks, get in trouble, like all these kind of things. And so you don't just let yourself be when it comes to relationships, you know, even if it's about like self-pleasurement, you're just in there, well, pros and cons of this and that, and is it necessary, and is the spiritual alignment of the cosmos right, that is needed. Like it's just like, man, can you just relax and have some pleasure? Can you just commit to having a more pleasurable life? Can you commit to that? Think about that, right? Can you commit to allowing pleasure to come into your life without, sorry for my incense pulling up over there, without having to have like this cosmic hold on it, without having to worry about if you are the absolute best, know it energetically in and out, there's no way you could be wrong, you know, without having to be the one who knows the most about it, because that can be a thing, right? Because the High Priestess upright, she's used to like knowing all the business inside and out, period. And it can be difficult for a lot of spiritual people to not know things, and that's you right now. This is like Pisces and Aquarius energy, or Scorpio and Aquarius, Virgo or Cancer with Aquarius energy. You guys might have some of that in your chart. Water and air, it can be very, very, very hard for you to admit when you don't know certain things, or when you are kind of dry right? So this is about coming out of of being too much of a perfectionist and waiting to have like level 3075 in the 5D dimension checked before you allow yourself to have any type of commitment to another, any type of pleasure, any type of actual real world experience, what you're here for. Now, part of the fear of this is because with this is intuition, is what the High Priestess is called, and it's reversed. So you definitely probably, like, when you let go of your intuition, you do it dramatically and like completely. Like, maybe it's hard for you to either be like either in logical you know, in control, intuitive, like kind of place, like wisdom space, or you're just like, screw it all, la la la, like the other side of Pisces, right? The other side of Aquarius, where it's just like, okay, whatever goes. And so that gets you in trouble. So it's about finding that middle point. It's almost like the Fool energy, where the Fool is like, you know, he gets through the journey. He makes mistakes and he grows, but he gets through the journey. So it's almost like you have to get to the point where you are trusting the universe. You are guided. Like the Fool's gut is completely hardwired into the universe. Whatever randomly is coming, he or they are, you know, are responding to that and connecting and making choices. But the Fool is completely in bliss, in joy, trusting. The Fool trusts themselves. Like, oh my God, the Fool trusts themselves. So that could be a good touch point, right? Of this kind of energy to get into, is to try to get to the point where you trust yourself a little more. This person is thinking how this dude's gonna be a ball and chain, right? And this person's like just thinking love. So you and your sexual partners also might not be on the same page. For some of you, that's the gut instinct that you're getting, is that you know that you're not calling partners to you that are on the same page. And a lot of you, though, you might be tired of being single, but you're actually afraid of commitment for somebody. And you're like, I don't know if I want to. Some of it could be like, you know, you can make it sound wise. Like, you know, I don't want just anybody's energy and my sexual energy. Okay, that's smart. You smart. But you haven't conjured anybody else up and 7 billion people to match your energy. So there's some other, what else is there? What else is there? And so Spirit's saying a fear of commitment, trust. All right. So there are people who are loving and sensual and willing to connect with you. And you have to explore why it is that you personally are choosing to throw that blockage up and kind of not listen to your intuition. If fear and insecurities, right, because this is root and solar plexus chakra, are off balance, it throws off our crown chakra, our true, you know, the medicine of our own wisdom. And it makes us start operating out of fears, right? And out of kind of negative desires, like the desire for negative self-fulfilling prophecies instead of the positive side. So y'all, you know, just little things for you to work through this week. But on the positive side, if you connect to, like, you decide with your intuition, all right, we commit to having pleasure now. Like, that's it. That's our affirmation. That's our contract. We are going to have, you know, pleasure. And you can write out an actual thing with yourself. I commit to having, it could be, you know, safe, secure, pleasurable, you know, joyful experiences, to thrive in my body, to feel X, Y, and Z, to experiment with X, Y, and Z. You go ahead and do that, right? But it's internal contracts and internal work this week. All right. And for some of you, I just heard this lifetime that you're really going to need to work through. There could be some past life connections as to why there's so many blockages in your pleasurable life at this time. Now to cupcake, y'all. Hey, I'm gonna take a bite. Let's see. This is strawberry shortcake. No, the strawberry fell off, but it looked like scraggly, so it's good. It's good. That's right. It kind of tastes like a strawberry jam, the like more like a preserve. All right. Oh, it's good. It is more like a jam kind of inside. Yes, that is your strawberry shortcake. I'm just gonna take a bite, like one bite of each, because I'm gonna do it for each reading. So that is your business and pleasure. You hear my little smacking ASMR, cupcake and ASMR. You know what I mean. Yes, let me know down below what you think of this reading. How is Gemini season going for you? Do you miss Taurus season? How are you? It's this cupcake thing. How are you saying goodbye to Taurus season? Fairly well. We miss you. Comment down below, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hey, to all the new subscribers, thank you for joining the fam, and I will talk to y'all number 2s soon on another one. Now we have Keylime, Kiki with Hemi, Keylime. We'll just rename them. Yes, for those of you who chose number 2, dos cupcakes. Let's see, what do you have? We always start off with the business, your business. We have the Magician reverse. Oh child, oh, look at his purple cat. I like that. I could rock with a purple cat. It's reminding me of Laffy Taffy, and then it made me think of that song, that Laffy Taffy, check that lap. Like, why? Crumb's trying to come back. And then you also got wait for business. Or maybe y'all are trying to shake the Laffy Taffy too soon. You're impatient. We're not to the pleasure part yet. Calm down. Some of y'all want to shake the Laffy Taffy with someone at work. But then everyone's gonna know your business because it's Gemini season and they'll be laughing at your taffy. And with Mercury reverse, basically, because we have the Magician reverse. So this is like Mercury's in Gemini. It is the season of Gemini, Sun in Gemini, and yet we have it reversed here in your chart. So, and it says wait. So I think that this transit shifting over is going to throw things up in the air, right? Throw you for a loop in the air, right? For a lot of you, you're just like, wait, what just happened? You know, in like movies where they like they like drink a potion and the whole world flips upside down until they drink the other part of the potion, then it turns back right. That's kind of your vibe this week. You know, it's like all the feelings are dropping. This dagger is just floating around. Like you just have this feeling of suspense. You don't know, is something bad happen? Is someone talking shit? Are they not? Are you being too grumpy? Are you being mean? Should you say something? Should you not? Like it's just all over the place. You might be very tempted to second guess your manifestations. So the strong message is to not do that. Do not second guess your manifestations, because you can backtrack them way too quickly this week and kind of like just, it's like someone trying to blow bubbles of like beautiful manifestation and wishes, but you go the wrong way and it's like right into your own throat. It's like, be careful. Don't okay, we're back. As you probably heard, baby Magic woke up and was like, where's mama? You know when you wake up and the room's gotten darker than it was when you fell asleep, so you're just like, what's going on? Hopefully I don't get audio copyright because Totoro is in the background, which is like her favorite. It's in the other room, but I don't know if you can hear it. Anyways, I had to hide your cake because baby Magic was trying to eat it. She would get mad. She loved cupcakes. Okay, so the Magician reverse, yes, things like that, interruptions. Maybe your internet is, you know, being boppity bopaboo, just all over the place. You know, it's so funny, I drew these before earlier, but I kept having like interruptions coming and doing the video, and then some things happened, and now I can draw from that experience to understand you right here. So I think some of you might have misunderstandings where you want to clear your name, and you know you were right, because all your psyche tools, all this other information that you've gathered is letting you know 100% you are accurate. They are the father. No, I was thinking of when Natalie on the last comment, last video, she said that you are not the fantasy on the Lizzo video I did. Anyways, y'all, Gemini season, Kiki and brain all over. But I think that's the issue. It's like, boom, you want to come through with this sword of truth, cut to it, bam. Like I told you like what the truth is. Why are you telling me, well, maybe their intentions were otherwise? Why are you telling me, oh, well, maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me? Like, what is this, you know? Because, you know, people's energy is scattered themselves. They don't want to have to miss out on their favorite. Now, remember, during Gemini season, people are really wanting to be able to just have their enjoyment in a different way than Taurus. This is enjoyment where you feel like, you know, you don't want anything to interrupt your socializing, right? So that's probably going to be a thing a little bit. We all want to socialize and connect. So people are going to come out that haven't been out all year and start trying to connect with people that they kind of halfway liked and didn't like just because they need to get out the house. People are gonna start trying to, you know, have little office parties, and you're just like, you're friends with them? I thought you knew that they were snakish. Look, you want to grab the snake by the tail, the throat, the back, you don't care, you're done. And it's saying, okay, just hold up, just wait, because the community is not hearing that right now. The magician, so if you guys don't know, the magician, being ruled by Mercury, can represent the local environment. So in distance and travel reads, this could be local. So some of you who are trying to get back home or localize yourself might have difficulties doing that with your business. Those of you who are stuck locally somewhere, you might be stuck there for a minute, right? Or at least this week for this reading. So it's letting you know, wait things out. So maybe if you are locally based, or, you know, in your hometown already, try reaching out to, you know, the universal or the global marketplace, versus getting real mad and going head to head with shops around you and trying to, you know, get out the truth. Pounding the pavement basically doesn't work so much right now. It's about just kind of doing what you do in a bigger perspective, but kind of working with things that you already have going. Don't throw anything else up in the air. Don't try to juggle anything else. Don't try to add anyone else's stuff to your plate. Oh, I have to open this blind back up a little more because it started raining more, and it's beautiful. It's all cloudy and murky because it's Capricorn moon. So yeah, you guys, we're coming into this week on some, you know, coming off the full moon, Gemini, Mercury and Sun season, Capricorn moon with which is going to be conjuncting Saturn and Pluto. So Capricorn moon, people can already feel depressive, but especially with it going to be conjunct Saturn and Pluto the next couple days here, which is, you know, Capricorn's ruling our business, our career. You know, there's some shakeups. So it's like, just grab on to what you can as you're going down the rabbit hole, and then kind of like, don't grab onto the snake. You know, here we're using the negative symbolism of a snake. You know, if you are going down the rabbit hole and you can only grab one thing, don't grab on to the ex or the backstabber in the workplace, or that frenemy who was supposed to be helping you and putting you on. Just wait. All of that will come back around. Not saying you, like, I'm not saying like, oh, just like karma, da, da, da. No, I'm just saying, like, not yet. Hit pause. I'm not saying that you have to bite your tongue and let people get away with doing bad things, bypass anything. No, it's just saying it's not in your best interest right now. If you want to be receptive, if you want results, let's put it that way. Okay. So then you can decide. You'll be a little more clear-headed later. Others will be a little bit more ready to hear and understand. All right. So don't worry too much about diversifying. I'm hearing diversifying your portfolio. For some of you, you're into some big business kind of stuff, money moves, stocks and all that. It's not really a good time to, like, I'm seeing someone who wants to just sell it all. Somebody who wants to just like, man, I should invest in all these different options. It's like, no. It's not gonna be as good as you think, right? Remember, Pluto is coming up on that Capricorn moon this week. So wait. Now that you waited, let's get into the pleasure. Ooh, someone's on fire. The 9 of Stars, perseverance. Yeah, so you guys are carrying a lot of energy, a lot of weight this week. We have this happened last time with this deck. There's like hundreds, like I think there's like 100 cards at least in this deck, and y'all got the problem card from the problem suit. A problem. Now that's a problem. All right, what's going on? But it's reversed. So maybe you're coming out of all these problems when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to your sex life, when it comes to your pleasurable life. And you just got to persevere and believe it, right? Because some of you, you've been smoldering over there. You got the smolder on. And so it's like, I think you might have Hi, there's no more. Very good saying that. Well done. You're right, it's empty. I don't have any juice right here. Can you hold it for a second? Thank you. Good job. So it's kind of like you're in between, like, do you have to wait to have your physical health, you know, your sacral chakra popping? Does that have to wait until your heartbreak is all the way fixed from the past, like closure, you know? So it's not saying run out and just, you know, do it with anyone because you're feeling torn up, but it's kind of like sometimes those aren't mutually exclusive ideas, right? Sometimes our physical health needs to do what it needs to do, and it needs to heal in some ways, and yet on the other side of the spectrum we have some closure from the past that maybe it's not there there yet. And so I think that you might be working on your physical and your emotional separately, or that could be the message. Kind of see them as separate issues, and that can help separate the energy so that there aren't such emotional entanglements with your physical body. Some of you really still have past programming. Like, you know, when we grow up like real religious, I grew up super religious, they literally just tell you the first time that you're with somebody, you know, in that way, you're going to have your whole soul is going to be connected to theirs, and da 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 da. It's like, well, yeah, now it is. You programmed those children to have completely open energy with whoever they sleep with. So then of course, if that's how you are making people, programming them to be, when they have, you know, intercourse with somebody, then of course you need to wait until you're married and committed forever, right? Because that is intense. So people, if you don't know that yet, you do not have to be fully open spiritually when you are with somebody. And some of you have been taught that lesson, but maybe not realizing that's the lesson that you've been taught by others that you've had interactions with, right? And you were like, what's going on? Like, why aren't you all stuck on me? Why don't you want to be with me now that we had this, you know, situation? And that's why, because they're like, no, they can be separate issues, and I don't have to open all my soul, my spirit, and everything just because I had, you know, this sacral chakra exchange, if you will, with somebody. So I think it's going to be very freeing. At first it might be like, whoa, what? Some of you, this Nine of Stars is Nine of Wands, so some of you have really been hurt in the past, and people got very deep into your spirit. Now some of you, I'm hearing, you're gonna be like, I haven't been with anyone yet, and that could be why. There could be a lot of trauma around that area, and you haven't even had an experience yet, right? And so it's just kind of working through and giving you the information of this reading so that you can have a more enjoyable experience as you move forward. So don't let past traumas, we will taste. Did you want to taste the cupcake? She's like, we will. So don't let past traumas and heartbreak make you feel that you are not lovable, or that you can't still have a good relationship. Like, just because you kind of put that to the side and have a good, you know, connection with somebody doesn't mean that, hey, my baby, doesn't mean that you're like, oh, I'm just jaded now, I'm just crass, I'm just misusing, you know, I'm just sleeping around. No, it doesn't mean it. You might just be empowered. And maybe some of the people that you've had, bless you, my love, interactions with, maybe you have to see that about them. They're not being heartbreakers. They weren't trying to come in and do damage. They were just in power. They were in control and in power of their bodies in a way that we excommunicate and demonize in this realm. All right, so think about that, and I think it will help free you up sensually, and it's time to just let that smolder out. Okay. Can we get a smolder? All right, so this is like key lime pie, crumbles, meringue, all this kind of stuff. I know I was like super vegan. I'm a vegetarian, and I'm going back into veganism. I mean, that's just my business, but I'm just saying. I'm tasting y'all's little lime. It's slimy. Are you guys amazed at my review? Okay. Oh, it was good. All right, the lime was popping. That was okay. It was a good little lime. It was a slice. All right. Okay, she's in there. I'm surprised. It does taste like a good key lime pie. Look at that. I got the graham cracker. I got the custard. I didn't taste the custard. Let me see. Y'all, this is good. Ooh, it's good. It's got a little tart. It's a little tart, but not too much. I'm not a fruity or pie person. Like, I like them. I can make some good pies and stuff. Real good at like baking and stuff, but I just prefer moist. Yes, I reclaim moist for the cakes. Chocolate and stuff like that. Sweet and salty, but this is good. What do you think, baby? I give it this little piece, little crumble. Is that good? She was kind of ignoring it at first, and then when the flavor hit her, she turned and threw down her little horsey and her cup. Like, turned dramatically. Hashtag Leo rising with force house placements. You swinging your arms. That. And dancing too. Wow. Baby likes it. She had come and taste some of the little strawberry one too behind the scenes there, and she liked it, but she didn't have that kind of reaction. Okay, we're gonna put this away. We don't want to have too much sugars, in case you might want to have some little taste of the other ones. Okay, that was good, y'all. Okay, so it's gonna be good. Do you hear me? Open up, get yourself back out there, allow yourself to let go of past experience and let your smolder out. It's a good smolder. It ain't broke. It ain't too dry. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so thank you for listening to me eat cupcakes. Let me know how you like this reading. Oh, sweetheart. Comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. All right, for those of you who chose number 3, aka the banana split cupcake, baby Magick tried to smash on them and smash them over, knock them over, so it got a little bit bumped up, but I try to fix it for y'all. So what ooh, excuse me, tickle. What is the tea on your business and pleasure this week? Now, I peeked to the other ones because the first 2 had Gemini and Mercurial cards, and you know, I've been saying this whole reading, today Sun, Mercury, and all that is in Gemini. Y'all, I looked at y'all's in the next one, and all the cards for in the business reading have Mercury or Gemini cards, so it's really affecting everybody. But yours, you got the 8 of Pentacles, or sorry, the 8 of Wands, excuse me. The decks will be linked down below. This is Mercury and Sagittarius, so you guys are going to be able to keep it popping. You're going to be able to keep a little bit more of an even keel on things. Your target's going to be more on spot. Maybe you have air or fire sign in your chart very prominently. Your Mercury might be in air or fire, so this is kind of energy you vibe with. You probably feel the opposite what a lot of people are feeling, what I'm feeling. You probably feel like, man, Taurus season was slow. Now here we go. We're moving faster, finally getting answers I need, you know, finally getting the energy to tackle this paperwork and stuff, move forward in a good way. It feels good. Like he's like, yes, right? Look how boom, boom, boom. The other wands haven't even taken off yet, and he's already thrown another one. This is like Merida when she beats the other ones, the princes in the competition, right? Like you're just owning it, looking good, looking fly. Let's see what else we got. Recovery. Yeah, so it looks good. Some of you have been gone for a minute, now you're back with the jump off. Yeah, some of you coming back, you feel like you have to prove yourself, but that feeling of like having to prove yourself is lifting, and it's just going to be this feeling of like like not even proving, just like, I'm doing this, we here, I got it. So that looks really good. If you've been inundated with messages, emails that you've been behind on, if you've been slinging out resumes, all that kind of stuff, it's like you're gonna feel comfortable to rest in the pauses that are there, to really take your break, because you feel satisfied with what you're putting out. Your intuition feels on point. You know which calls to answer, which ones to excuse, you know who to connect with, who to ignore. It's just thinking up. You might have this inkling, like this intuition. Oh, I should message them. I bet our businesses could connect. Message them, okay? Maybe they could be the cupcake deliverers to your office. So it's like you're going to have these kind of out there Sagittarian big picture revelations, and you're going to put the detail and the quick mind and thought of Mercurial Gemini energy behind it, and it's going to really sync up well for you. So really trust your gut. Go for it. Go for those long shots. You know, use that energy, and then when it's time to rest, just rest and know that everything is good. You know, it's good that you're coming out of, some of you, I feel like it was health that you've been gone for a bit. You might have been on maternity leave. You might have been really, I feel like some people were really working on their diets and their weight, all different kinds of things. I'm seeing some people having to go to like the chiropractor, or just like, it's almost like you had to have backup. Some of you, okay, it's the opposite. You're going into recovery. Maybe you've been needing to get like workers' comp or unemployment or something, and that should be coming through. I think a lot of like things are going to start dinging off for you. Dinging off. Oh my God. What even is that? Ding, 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 ding. That's what I meant. Checking off with the satisfaction of a ding sound. Let's just Okay, moving on. See what happens to Pisces energy when it starts channeling in Gemini and Sagittarius. And some Virgos. Some of you are massage therapists. You've been wanting to do a healing hands kind of business, Reiki kind of business, or something of that nature, or you've been needing to get that, and that's going to really align your energy. Some of you are literally getting spinal alignments, or you've been doing therapy, like physical therapy. So some of you might be in speech therapy, physical therapy. That could be what you do. But it looks good, whatever this recovery therapy, whatever it is that you've been needing to come through so that you can be at peace and good in health, mind, body, and soul, it's going to really sync up. It's kind of like all that mutable energy. I'm seeing Pisces, Virgo, Sag, and Gemini, which is all the corners of mutable energy. It's gonna, since you have all four corners, it's gonna start getting stable, and it's gonna start making sense, and the day-to-day part of your life is gonna start syncing up with that spiritual side. So it looks good. All right, cha-ching. Fast transactions coming in. Be ready. You might get some quick tips and things coming in, and even if they're small, they're gonna all add up. So you might be like, whoa, I thought these were small tips, but bam, I got 8 of them, right? Now for the passion side, this has been coming in hard. Like, it hasn't been so zesty. It's been kind of deeper messages this week, and it could be because we're coming off of the Scorpio full moon, and the moon's in Capricorn right now, being all intense. It's about to conjunct Pluto. Speaking of which, you got the Awakening, the Judgment card, and I love this kind of feel though with the Ankh. It has slightly like an Egyptian kind of feel to it, in a way, to me, and it ties to the energy in the World Spirit Tarot, which I talked about in a live, about more about us taking the power of making the judgment call. Sorry, let me let you look at it. I was all zooming in, oh my god, zoning in and zooming into it. You see what I'm doing over here? We also have Lost from the Problem Suit. I try to give you guys the love deck and everyone gets the problem cards, okay? But that's all right. We're going to talk it out. Some of you are finally going to have this awakening of like, boom, like, whoa, it's done. Like, I don't have feelings for that person. This is weird. But I'm finally okay with the fact that our energy is not colliding anymore. Like, it's kind of cool. You're gonna finally feel empowered. Oh, do you hear that? That's Witchy Pup howling. She's a husky. So it just started raining a little harder, and she did a little howl. So you are going to get back into the phase of, or maybe you haven't ever been in that place, but in this alignment, in this recovery, but to the point of blossoming, like fully realizing just how good you are. I think when it comes to love, when it comes to, you know, sensual pleasures and all of that, and whatever this loss that's been hanging on, and it's just like, you know, sometimes it's like, is it time? Like, what is it that gets that last bit of hurt out? You guys are really going like coming out of that. And I do see some of you might be over a person that is not over you, and that could be difficult, but again, it's gonna click, and you're gonna get to the point that, see how the eyes in the awakening is coming out of the waters? I think you're going to be more okay with that, and you're not going to let there be emotional manipulation. You're not going to feel like just because you have this deep kundalini experience with somebody that you have to stay entwined with them emotionally, that you have to walk this whole same path, that you have to take on their loneliness and craziness. None of that. So it's good. Now, this is also a week where you guys could be having explosive orgasms, okay? And then change your life. That's your wake-up call. You're like, what? Was my heart broken? I hadn't realized. I'm a whole new me. Who this? I just baptized myself. Listen to Excuse Me by Lizzo. Okay, do it. All right, now you also might be so powerful. You have to watch what you know, how much of your energy, you know, that you are giving people, whether it's your yoni powers or whatever you call them down in your regions. Because you could be, you know, kind of bespelling people a little bit, getting people caught up, and then they're feeling the loss, and you're like, you're gone. Was I there last night, or was I not? Was it your imagination? Maybe you only caught me on the astral. So just watch who you catching up, okay? Yeah, look, you over there with some cherries, and you're a whole banana split. How can they handle this? Okay, on a spiritual level, right? They're just a little spiritual cherry and you are the whole banana split. Come on now. So let's get into your cupcake tasting. So the cherry is looking a little funkified, a little dry. It was probably out since this morning. It's late now too, because going back and forth with these videos and it's been storming, and y'all know that my internet has been crazy, and with baby it's like 10:46 now. But we are gonna do a cupcake tasting, but we have room now. Oh, it's like a banana bread kind of cupcake. Okay, it has like actual banana. Here, baby, you want to try? Okay. She cracks me up how she'll just throw down what she's doing. It has some ganache. I realized in the playback of the other videos I was like showing y'all really quick and then like chowing down. So there's some sprinkles. There was a little bit of chocolate fudge swirl on top, and then inside I think there's supposed to be some kind of cream, like a banana cream that would be in like a pastry. So let's see. It really looks like banana bread though. It's like just cupcake enough to not be banana bread, but in a good way. Like I feel healthy. Besides all this cream on top. Did you see her hand trying to get it? It's basically like a muffin, but just like a little smoother and creamier. Here, I have to reach around the tripod. There's like the no cream in there. Ah, no, why? Look, the baby's gonna grab it. Ah, I'm caught behind this tripod. Well, that's claimed. Pretty good. Oh my god. Okay, that custard though, it's basically like having a slightly light, healthy feeling banana bread with some banana pudding with it. That's kind of bomb, y'all. Okay, and then I haven't really been able to taste a little ganache. Let me see. Let me take a piece just with it. Me, I'm a chocoholic. I could have a little more, just a little more on the ganache, but there's so much flavor in the rest of this. Wow. And you know what? You don't even notice the sprinkles, which I like, because sprinkles overpower things and just make you feel sick. At least for me. I know a lot of people don't like them. You're just like, oh my god, that was just like the worst kind of colorized sugar. Like just dying sugar. All right, yes. So that is your little mukbang cupcake situation. The baby's been waiting. Every time I come in here, she'd run and look up there if there was a cupcake. Huh? Didn't you? Was that good? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? The whole thing. She's looking up here for more. No, we ate all those. The candle is like super low. It just slid to one side. It's just on the metal for the candle there. So in the other video, it's just never going to come back. In the doors video, it's going to be almost like halfway full, and then in the middle of the video, it's just going to be gone. All right, going into number 4. No, you don't need all these, baby. Okay, you can get your toys down there, your horsey. Oh, for you. You can get that horsey. Yeah. Thank you. I'm just taking a little pause because we're in between. We're in between the numbers anyway, so people are just gonna click their timestamp. So, you know, no worries. Okay, for those of you, oh, let me get your cupcake out. And hopefully baby doesn't steal it. Those of you for number 4. Now, I had mentioned in the other one, at one point, Baby Magick tried to get your cupcakes and nearly succeeded, except for they didn't open. So they got a little tossed about and smashed up. Your berry is actually like in half, but I just put it on top. And it's not to the, I don't think it was in the center though when it, at first either. I got some Brulee on my hand. Or is that the Crème? Or is it just that one word? Okay, or one phrase. All right, so y'all, we've been smashing taking bites of these cupcakes, and I didn't bring my drink in. All right, I'll have to make some tea after this. So, and you can skip to the different timestamps if you just want to see which each one tasted like. I taste the cupcake at the end of each reading. All right, so getting into it, number 4. Hey, let's see, what is your business? Let me get into your business this week. The 5 of Swords reverse. Okay, now every single draw had a like mercurial Gemini energy in their business, so it makes sense. I've said it a bajillion times in this video. Sun and Mercury are in Gemini. The first 2 readings didn't seem to handle that so well. The last 2 readings though are handling it a little better. I feel like for you guys, you're gonna finally get some clarity and communication that you've been needing in a good way, where you're kind of getting to the bottom of a disagreement, or you're getting to like the conclusion. Like if you've been in litigation, if you've been trying to like get your LLC or something's been holding it up, if you've been needing to get your copyright, or I'm seeing like maybe you worked on a joint project and you're like trying to get your percentages, or you're trying to like get the full like you want to buy your partner out or something. I feel like all of that is going to finally start coming into play, and there's going to stop being beef over whatever has happened or gone down. There's going to start being clarity. I do feel you moving away from the people and situation that it occurred with though, but it's like finally getting the peace of mind to do so. No. We tried it just a little bit, okay? All right, thank you. She's liking this reading. Yes. So then we have, let's see what we have here for the oracle. We have yes. All right, so yes. Paperwork should be clearing. You should be getting good feedback and messages back. I would expect, like if you were waiting to get an email about some applications you put in, or you finally wanted to talk to the right person, that should be going through. Some of you, I just saw somebody clicking and like, okay, fine, I'm making my YouTube channel, just like boom, and you finally clicked it and boom, you're live, right? Some of you, it's like your blog or whatever your social media is, it's like you're hitting publish. So I see people moving forward after a time of self-doubt with their finances. Again, it's very mental for everybody this month, or this week. I keep saying month. So for a lot of people, I think this reading is going to be throughout the month, or even throughout Gemini season, since it's just really picking up those energies today. But it is our weekly read tapping in as well. And some people might pick, you know, whenever you read this, all my readings are fluid as well. You can pick them up, you know, whenever you find them 9 years from now. Isn't it so crazy when you see them suggesting a video and it's like 11 years ago? You're like, oh, what? That was 11 years ago? Like, I remember when the interwebs didn't even remember things 11 years ago because it wasn't around that long, you know, like this social media site wasn't, or whatever. No, not yet. Not yet. Okay, just wait. Almost. So you guys are getting a cosmic yes and moving forward. Now, when it comes to the pleasure side, no, honey, not this time. Not this time for these, okay? That one, yes. She's like, but it said yes. For the pleasure side, look, we got the Magician. All right, we have the Magician and another one, Gemini energy. And we have intimacy. Okay. So some of you guys have Mercury. Yeah, intimacy is going to be like your 4th, 5th, 7th, or 8th house, having Mercury or Gemini in those. This is bringing intimacy with others. You're going to really like that things are more cerebral, that things are a little bit more lighthearted, that things are more social, communicative. Things are going to be more exploratory for you with your sensual life. All right, you're going to be making it happen, impulse and luck. All right. Yeah, I see you guys going for it. I see you like that energy, the energy of the Magician, like put the thing down, flip it and reverse it. I don't know how many, like that line is applicable to so many things. I feel like I've said it in like every 5 videos. But I mean, you really going to, this is like Prince. This is Prince as a Gemini, right? Look at those eyes. It's so funny because I was just thinking about this because I remember seeing, I was young too, why was I watching this? But it was like some VH1 thing, like one of their countdowns or something, and they're like, there was a lady and she was like, yeah, I just feel like Prince, like you can go and have, he would give you like the best orgasm of your life, and then you like turn around and he would be fully dressed across the room just looking at you. Just smolder, just already over, you know. Okay, she wasn't in here when I told the story, but she just walked in and laughed. She's going back and forth. His mama's laugh funny. So it's like that kind of energy where you're just gonna be very multifaceted. If you want to try things, you know, exploratory energy. You want to bring in some tools. If you want to you just, you know, get into different roles. It's just a good time to be a bit impulsive. Oops, excuse me, there's a little hair on there. Be more impulsive and to be more, I don't know, direct, you know, direct about this is what I want and just kind of own it. Like the magician's in control, as above, so below. And I think that's the thing. It's almost like somebody who seems like they're so, like, as they would say, worldly, but they're not spiritually connected. And then you find out that they are actually spiritually connected and they're in on all of the illusions. So I feel like it's a good time for you guys to blend those different aspects of yourself. There's still intimacy here, and yet there's all of this like smoke and mirrors and like power dynamics and maybe even a few gimmicks and tricks up your sleeve, but like in a good way. So that's a good thing to explore. You're gonna have a lot of communication. It might be body language though, is what I'm getting, because when that's like intimacy, right? Intimacy is you just like, you see couples get into a fight and you're like, I didn't even hear anything, like what happened? And they're like, oh, their shoulders did this when that person walks by, so I know that they were thinking this, you know. And the other person's like, you right. I'm in trouble. But there's an intimacy that body language lends to us, and that's kind of the other side of the magician is Mercury rules Virgo as well. So, and some people attribute the magician to Aries with impulse here. I only get that energy. There's certain, I'll do a video at some time, but there's certain cards that only tap into certain energies when they're read to huge general audiences. And that for me is the magician. I only see, like, have him come up as Aries in readings when it's for like big audiences and a lot of people, but for you guys that will be applicable. Also, get out into the springtime. I mean, it's raining here, but for some of y'all somewhere, it's lush, it's green, it's popping. It's kind of like, yeah, since Aries season started and spring started, like, what have you done? Gemini season is the last of spring. After Gemini season, we're going to have summer solstice, and then it's going to be Cancer season and going into summer. So, you know, have you even gone out and enjoyed your springtime? Some of you haven't come out from winter. Get yourself ready, okay? You're just still over there in your winter clothes, winter skin. You haven't buffed up, you know, done any scrubs or anything. So, hey, I understand, right? So get things done, get things feeling good. Use your different resources to get yourself pulled together so you can go and put some other things together. All right, now we're gonna get into your creme brulee. Baby. I don't just call her baby, but when we're on camera, I'm not just gonna go say her name, you know. Sassy, do you want the cupcake? Are you gonna try it with me? This blackberry is just like done for. It's just like falling apart. I mean, it did get knocked in half, but I don't know. I'm not gonna eat that. It looks good. She is once again watching Totoro. Well, it's just kind of on. Oh, it was the custard. It's like the custard's all the way through to the top. It's just kind of on, you know, because we've been having a wonkish night. So she just wanted it to be on, like in the background. All right. I had to get that open and put the blackberry out. So let's take a bite and see. This is supposed to be a vanilla cupcake with I don't know, creme brulee on the top, and I think like just a vanilla custard. There's a little crunch because of the the crackling of the top here, even though it's mostly soft and very syrupy, kind of. Not syrup, yeah, kind of syrupy on the top. There's also a crunch when you eat it that's good. It's kind of like a dense cupcake a little bit. There's flavor but not too much sweetness, like more just like vanilla without flavor of the custard, but it's really good all together.